This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Oakland Raiders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Come on, now, let's go. At their own 27-yard line.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 31-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Landry, the intended target.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And here's a fair catch now, and boy, a very short punt will give them unbelievable field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. It's Geis on the counter. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 29, Haskins. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Redskins.
Switch up, switch up. Check three, check three, check three.
On first down, this is Geis. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check 14.
On 2nd and 2, Haskins got his man complete over the middle. It's Marsh. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Geis, they'll try to run it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Redskins scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Check right. Watching the guard. Watch the slant.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Marsh. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. 3rd and 2. Now Haskins looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really competent throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Kelvin Harmon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. It's caught by OBJ. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Murray now on first down. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
At the 16-yard line.
Let's get them holes. Watch the eye. Sponge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. I'm coming after you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Number 53. Mike 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Yeah, Jay. 52. Mike 53.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point safely through. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
In your face.
On 2nd and 15 now. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Big stop, let's go.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marsh. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
Got three down.
This is Geis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Second down, Haskins. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Check 55, let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 31.
On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Murray now to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Murray now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And a dump off to White. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Haskins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This is White on the screen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
That's what I do.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
They start the second half with a run by Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Check, 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 check.
On first down, they go option to the right. On the ground, it's Geis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Haskins to throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Murray now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Murray now, and he's got his man out of the back. field. That's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Murray. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Murray looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And he comes back with 1 complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. With it is Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. From the gun, Murray. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Complete to Jarvis Landry. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Get up. Get up. Switch, switch, switch.
First down, here's White. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
I got you. I got you. Mike 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. That's Marsh. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins. Oh, no, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 45-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Let's put that team on the boat. Trump. 35's the mic. Bring it. Mike 34.
Murray again, second and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
On third and short, they'll try option left. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a third down.
Here we go. Keep running. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Marsh. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This one from 46 yards out. And Carlson missed it. Hold it to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Murray. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Back to throw. Murray throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
35 to Mike.
He's back to throw. Now he steps away, and it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Is that the flag?
He'll be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Murray to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that's going to tie things up now at 28. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Rush in.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special.